Every exercise has some level of skill to it. Depending on where you're at in the season or depending on what injury you might be dealing with, that's going to dictate what exercise or drill is going to be most important for you to do at that time. So this continuum here is going to have running at one end and just straight strength and mobility at the other. Very different. There's a lot of gap in between. There's a lot of things that bridge straight strength and mobility to running. Just because you have straight strength and mobility doesn't mean that you can incorporate it or coordinate it into the skill of running. So on one side, we have just straight strength and mobility. Think of a knee extension exercise. You're sitting down and you're straightening your knee, pushing against weight. It's an isolated quad thigh exercise. A lot of strength, emphasis, a little bit of coordination and skill, but not much. It's a pretty basic exercise. Going down the line, you have a squat or a deadlift or these foundational lifts that there's more coordination, there's more skill to it, but it's still very strength based. Going down further, there's more run-centric type movements like a marching variation, load carry, step up. It's not going to give you as much strength in a given area as these other drills, for example, probably, but they're more run-centric. They're better at perhaps getting that strength and putting it into the skill of running as you move down this line. Gait retraining drills like plyometric, for example, where you work on shock absorption or force production, coordinating your muscles and tendons to accept or produce force better. The better you're able to do that, the better you're able to carry it over to those submax contractions or jumps that are involved with running. A skips, B skips, very skill coordinated type drills. They look like running for a reason. They are run-centric drills. If you're thinking from a top-down approach, you can think of the flow rope. Flow rope, A skip, B skips. They're focused on coordination, skill. That's what running should be: fluid, symmetrical. It should be effortless. That's what the best runners are going to look like. If there's any sort of asymmetry, that might compromise your running economy. Gait retraining, simply you're running or you're playing with your step rate. You're maybe looking at a mirror and opening your base support. You're manipulating how you run to redistribute forces. That's going to depend on your situation and what you're looking for, but you're actively running. You're just changing how you're running. And then just simply going for a run. So in my opinion, a lot of people, especially when they come off of rehab, this middle, more skill type movements, that's what they're lacking. People go from strength to running. There's a lot of areas to hit to bridge that gap. So these are all good. Depends on where you are in the season and depends on what you're dealing with, but they're all good. Depends on your given situation. Hope that helps.